What's up, guys? Welcome back to Dan Reviews, and today we're going to be doing another video discussion topic for The Walking Dead Season 7, and that is of macaroni. Just kidding. No. This is my video on The Walking Dead. Will Daryl and Dwight both survive, and kind of a video talking about which one would die first. Would they keep Dwight around and kill off Daryl, or would they keep Daryl around and kill Dwight? Now, I know a lot of people are definitely going to say that they want to see Dwight die and Daryl survive. I'm sure that's at least about 90% of what everybody wants. But to get it more interesting, what do you think could happen if it's the opposite? You know, and that's the kind of thing I wanted to talk about in this video. This is an interesting topic. I'm not going to lie. This is a very interesting topic. And we don't know if we're going to see more Daryl and Dwight rivalry in this half. We could see more an all-out war in Season 8. We could see some this half. It's really an interesting question. So really, I think the thing that really... By the way, spoiler warning if you're not caught up to The Walking Dead Season 7 mid-season finale. So basically, you know, I think the thing that really brings up this topic is that we've seen in the second half of Season 6, and for most of, that second half of Season 6, the late first half of Season 6, we saw Always Accountable. We saw Dwight steal Daryl's bike. Now, why did he do that? That's a good question as well. The reason why, and he kind of explained it in Episode 3, they took the bike because they knew that they were going to get captured eventually, and they thought maybe if they just went back to the sanctuary all calm and collected, that Negan wouldn't mind. But, of course, he was going to kill Dwight anyway. So, because he was still mad at him, right? So, he was going to kill him, but then he realized that he doesn't want to, and that he was going to kill, basically, he wanted to kill Dwight. But then Sherry said that basically she was not going to marry him if he was going to kill Dwight, basically because he had already stolen her from Dwight, and that's another reason why he kind of ran away with her. So that's kind of the story behind it. But I almost feel like Daryl actually cares for Dwight. I feel like at first in Always Accountable, because he really didn't know what he was doing, he kind of thought that it was just some creep taking his bike and his crossbow. And yeah, you know, we're sorry. Yeah, I would have said you're gonna be too. I would have done exactly what Daryl would have done in that entire episode, Episode 6. Totally agree with him there. But, you know, and then when they leave, Daryl's, you know, he's mad because, of course, you know, what happens is Daryl, he's without a crossbow. He's only got a knife with him. That's it. And they took his crossbow and his motorcycle, two of the best things he has. That's like somebody taking my collectibles and my posters, dude. Don't do that, right? So, that was crushing for Daryl, because that's like one of the things that he likes to do in the zombie apocalypse is ride motorcycles and have a good time, right? So, and kill zombies with the awesome crossbow. Well, he couldn't do that no more, so that's why he's kind of upset. So then, Dwight doesn't really return until near the end of the season, in Episode 14, roughly, when he kills Denise. So, once again, that gets Daryl on his nerves, because Dwight just shot Denise. So that's the biggest part of it, is that he shot Denise, right? And that gets Daryl mad. But then the other thing is that it was with his crossbow. That's messed up to him. So then he basically, the Saviors and Rosita and Daryl get in a gunfight. Eugene gets shot through the process. Abraham's firing with them. And you have them shooting at each other, and Dwight drops the crossbow, and then they run away, the Saviors run away, and then Daryl grabs the crossbow, and he starts running towards them. He was gonna actually run after them and try to kill all of them, or at least the majority of the people there. And he was probably gonna do it with the crossbow to get revenge on Dwight. But he couldn't because Eugene was shot, and also because Rosita was like, Daryl, stop, don't go. And he kind of realized, I can't go because I'll get captured. And he kind of knew it too. Like, he kind of knew that he would have got capped, and he didn't take that chance. So then Then he goes after the grave and the whole thing. He goes back out there to try to find Dwight and basically kill him. He's upset at this point, so he's really not thinking straight, and he goes and he tries to go after Dwight. Dwight captures him and shoots him in the arm. So, okay, we're going to stop the story here. All that stuff that I just explained, I think I would want to kill Dwight too. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Shooting you in the arm, stealing your bike and your crossbow, killing your friend with your own, weapon, and then, just, that's pretty messed up. But then, here's the soft side, and we only see this in Season 7. Because basically, when he gets captured by Negan because he punched Negan in the face, so then Negan decides, okay, I'm going to kill somebody else, and then I'll bring him home. Not home like Daryl's home, but Negan's home, right? The sanctuary. When he brings him home, he tortures him because it's Negan. He doesn't really know anything about him yet. But then I'm guessing that when Daryl's in the cell, through the maybe off-screen time, Dwight told Negan all of the stuff that he did to Daryl and that Daryl did to him. And Negan kind of knows about everything. And he wanted Daryl to become a savior because he thinks, man, Dwight, Daryl did all this stuff to you. He's tough. He needs to be a savior. So that's what goes through Negan's mind. But then Dwight is kind of having to torture Daryl because he's basically in charge. And Daryl starts to hate himself because he got Glenn killed. At least that's what he thinks. And that's another good discussion topic too, because I personally don't think he did get Glenn killed. And we'll talk about that. I'll do a discussion topic video of that in the next couple days, because I'm pretty sure I should do that if I'm doing this one. But then it comes to the point where Daryl just hates himself for it. And he lets Dwight torture him. He doesn't want to be a savior. And then he gets out by Jesus. And then he gets out in Season 7, mid-season finale, he's out. So then what is Daryl and Dwight going to do next? And now this is coming into the question of what we're going to be talking about. What is Daryl and Dwight going to do now? Now that he's out, he was in charge for Daryl. So when Negan sees he's gone, what's going to happen? Is he going to kill Dwight? Is he going to burn the other half of his face? We don't know. I think Negan's going to be kind of mad, but then he's also going to think, well, we have somebody else now. Rick's group, they got Daryl back, but we have one of the smartest characters of the group here. So, Eugene, right? So really, that kind of stuff. But then you saw that Daryl didn't really care that Dwight, that Dwight was torturing him. Remember? Dwight was like, you're going to wind up in that room or hanging in the fence. And he's like, I get why you did it. I get why you took it. And he's talking about the crossbow and the motorcycle and everything. And he just starts hating himself because of the Glenn thing. So will he keep hating himself now that he's out of prison and now that he has a choice? Because back then he didn't have a choice. He had to kind of just keep his mouth shut and say, yeah, I get why you took it. Did he mean it? I think he did. But now that he's out and he has power again, will he try to kill Dwight for the stuff he did previous? That's the question. Honestly, I think that he will. I do think he will. And I think when he gets his hands on him, he's going to actually try to kill him. I think if no one was around, Daryl would kill Dwight right on the spot if he had the advantage. And I think there's our group, we're starting to see, they're getting all these different communities, and they're getting closer to being an all-out war. So, seeing the whole Daryl thing, I could see him try to kill Dwight, and then Dwight later on maybe he fails again, right? And then Dwight starts contributing to Rick's group, which kind of happens in the comics, kind of, and he's playing both sides. Then he's giving Rick's group information on what's going on with the Saviors, and then Daryl can't really kill him because they need information. So then when they're at war and he's kind of still on both sides, will Daryl, because then at that point, Daryl could just kill Dwight. There's nothing stopping him. And then that comes into the question. So honestly, I think that people think that Dwight and Daryl, they're so alike. They are. They do act alike. I won't deny that. But if you read the comics, you know that Daryl doesn't exist. And, Dwight is acting just like the comic book. All he's doing is just kind of being his comic book part. and somehow that turns into a Daryl type thing because he has the kind of same attitude. Now you can judge that is Dwight from the comic book series Daryl. I wouldn't say that because if they would have, okay, if you really think that Daryl is the comic book series version of Dwight, you're wrong, okay? I was thinking that beforehand, but then when I saw the cell and when I saw the stuff from the first half when he was in prisoner, you would pretty much think that then the writers would decide, okay, this is when we turn Daryl into a savior. We don't let him go back to the group. That was their advantage to put that in the story to make Daryl be a savior. That's when they should have done it. And they didn't do it. They kept Daryl himself, right? So they had the chance to turn Daryl into a savior when he was at the sanctuary, and it didn't happen. So really, I think now it can't. So that's why I'm saying Dwight is just like he is in the comic books. At first, I thought he might have been a kind of a different character, but after seeing the cell, I was like, well, Daryl's not a savior, and he's out of the prison cell now. So it's pretty obvious that he's not the comic book series version of Dwight. So that kind of settles it out right there, at least to me. Maybe not to you guys, but to me, that's kind of how it settles it. But then, could Daryl kill Dwight later on? I would say no, because if they have Dwight take the comic book series part from the new beginning, and they have him be the leader of the Saviors, then I would say that they're going to keep Dwight alive. And they might just keep Daryl alive and not even continue doing that. And maybe Daryl will think, okay, well, this guy's helping us out. Like, really? He might have shot me a couple times, and he might have done some stuff to me. But, you know, like, he's starting to help out, and, you know, that type of deal. But then you have the other side, where he killed Denise, and, you know, Daryl's pretty broken by that. So I'm going to say for now, I actually don't think it'll happen. At least not for this half. But maybe in the future, they could do it. They really could. They could have it happen. But I'm going to say for the next, like, half season, I'm going to say no. Until we get more information out of this, I'm going to say no. I think they're two different characters, and they're going to go their own route. I think they'll still have, like, scuffles, but I don't think it's going to get to a one, like, one's going to die or the other. You know, it's like either one, like, him or him. You know, like, pick one. Pick one to survive. You can't have both. No, you can. And that's what they're going to kind of prove in the next couple seasons, I think. So, let me know what you guys think about this topic. An interesting topic, worth 12 minutes of explaining. So, hope you like it. And if you like the video, please thumb it up below. I'm going to do another video really soon, probably either tonight or tomorrow. And I'll see you guys for that, and I'll see you guys soon. Peace.